Hi Sagittarius, this is Spira, and I have a little reading for you for July of 2019. I like to do a little 3-card readings, and I don't do past, present, future. I just put them out and I read them like a story. And in this case, the one that jumped out at me the most was really the first one, coincidentally. So the first card in your reading is Truth. And Truth is, it's part of the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland, but Truth is the equivalent of justice. I'm sorry, judgment. Yes, judgment. So, what I want to tell you is, what I'm getting here is that it is time for change, my friend. It is time for change, whether you like it or not. And the truth or judgment is, it's about seeking the truth. It's about self-reflection. It's a wake-up call to evaluate ourselves, to decide on what changes need to be made. Usually it's a life-changing decision. It's kind of a big decision. So, but it really requires both intuition as well as intellect. I guess I would recommend, tuning into your higher self and trying to figure out what it is that you need to make these changes. Because if you don't take charge of this, oops, ow, I just whacked my foot. If you don't take charge of this particular situation, then this card, Disruption, which is also the Tower, this is going to make the decision for you. And I recommend you get to the bottom of what it is that you need to be doing. Now, the thing with the Tower, I think Disruption is a great card because what it really does is how can I put this? It's when the universe or spirit takes over. I think we all have, I like to call them tower moments, I've definitely had my own. And sometimes change can be scary, and sometimes we drag our feet. And, there are many factors for that. It doesn't mean that it's wrong or bad. For example, maybe you need to quit your job, but it's kind of a scary prospect to think that you can just, quit and then you have to find something to replace your income, because that's simply the kind of world that we're living in right now. We unfortunately do not have the privilege of being able to just quit a job when we feel like it. Many people have kids to feed, not even kids, just how about rent to pay. And living today is a lot more of a struggle than it was even 10 or 20 years ago, or at least financially speaking, making enough money. I think I'm pretty sure that statistics show in our country that there is nowhere in the country that anyone can pay rent if they have a minimum wage job. And that's kind of sad. In fact, where I live in the Boston area, and a report just came out that you need a minimum of $88,000 a year to afford living in this area. That's a lot, and that's a lot for most people, and the jobs just aren't paying people what they're worth. So, I know I went off on a tangent about that, and I apologize, but I'm using it as an example. It can be really terrifying if you're working at a job that's very stressful and you're not feeling safe, or your health is compromised from the chronic stress or whatever. So it could be holding you back. Now I know I'm only using that one example, so forgive me for that. It could be anything. It could be ending a relationship that is abusive. It could be moving to another country because you feel a calling for whatever reason. So whatever it is, you've got some major decisions to make here, or they will be made for you. But I want you to know that you needn't worry, my friend, because you got the the Nine of Cups, and this is the wish card, and it says right on it, fulfillment of wishes. I mean, you can't get any better. This is also a healing card as well. So, you know, this is about forgiveness, and it's about, oh, my candle went out. That's too bad. It's about healing, and it's about wish fulfillment. It's about being able to accept and receive. So you've got nothing to worry about. This is actually a really, really good reading. What's interesting is that I pulled a mudra card for you. I've been using the mudra cards for these readings, and the card that you got is called Patience. So that indicates to me that maybe you do know that you need to make these changes and you're working on it, but maybe it's not going as quickly or as well as you would like. So this is telling you to be patient. I will show you how to use the mudra card, but I will also read it to you. So the Patience mudra, this mudra fortifies the liver, regulates the body temperature, and helps to balance out strong emotions and inner conflicts. Wrap the first 4 fingers of one hand around the ring finger of the other, whilst pressing the thumb onto the middle of the palm. Don't worry, I'll show you, like I said. Everything which grows regenerates during a healing process, for example. Develops and unfolds needs a certain time. Instead of impatiently frittering our energies away, we can use the times of waiting for better things. Think of a tall, majestic tree in the prime of life and ask it to share its patience, steadfastness, perseverance, strength, and inner composure with you. You inhale its energies with long, deep breaths. So this also contains a mantra for you. And the mantra is, my patience and inner calm increase from moment to moment. Beautiful. Okay, so what you're going to do is take that third finger. Here's your hand. Go ahead and take the third finger with your other hand, and then just simply press into the palm right where you see that line is. And you can hold it like this for a little while. So one of the things that I like to tell people when it comes to, I don't know if you can see that okay. One of the things I like to tell people when it comes to mudras, show you all the different angles, is that these can be done in different ways. Some people use mudras when they, with their yoga practice. And then sometimes people will use a mudra just during meditation. So I will give you a quick and easy meditation that you can do on your own. Just sit in a chair. Try to make sure your feet are touching the ground so that you can get grounded. Close the eyes. You know, they can be open if you need to, but I recommend closing them. And then just do some simple breath work. And what I mean by simple is this. When you inhale, just count, maybe count to 5. And then when you exhale, draw it out so that your count reaches like 7 or 8. So when your exhalation is longer than your inhalation, it is an excellent way to calm the nervous system pretty much immediately. So even if you did this for literally 5 minutes, you would definitely still gain the benefit. 5 minutes of breathing calmly with an elongated exhalation automatically stimulates the vagus nerve, and it brings the body into the parasympathetic nervous system where the body can heal and rest. So, my friends, I hope that this was helpful to you. Sagittarius, I hope that you resonated with it. If you did not, that's okay. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of other readers on YouTube. So I will leave you here, and if you did like this video, if you resonated with it, please hit the like and subscribe button, or maybe even share it with someone who you think might benefit from it. And I thank you for joining me. I thank you for watching and listening, and I hope to see you again soon, which will be next month. Have a great July, Sagittarius. Bye-bye.